Hey everyone, I want to go through some clips of myself playing Halo and going over some of the movement that we talked about in the last video. I think it's worth going over in-game examples in actual games. I think there's a lot of merit to talking about theoretically how to play through stuff and the thought processes and mechanics on how it should work, but it's important to see how it plays out in a game against other people who are doing whatever they want. Because we can say people will do things and then you sort of have to take faith that it happens. But one of the reasons I thought about doing this is the midship play on card 2 that we went over actually happened in a game I was playing. So here I'm spawning and we spawned card 2 and my friend is in a fight with somebody on card 2 as well. So we turn to help and you see he got stuck. But you can also see there's a foot right here. So there's a guy there car slide that's shooting. So we get in a fight. I get one shot, I get two shot, and I'm already pushing car 3 because, like, he's not gonna run at me car 2. That's not a thing that's gonna happen. He repeaks, which I guess is fine, but I'm already up here. And then, as you can see, I don't go here. I go around like we were talking about. Because I'm up here, he's looking here. He's looking under. Like, you see his character's not looking at me, and he's moving this way, which means he was up here looking for me on car 3, and so he's already moving that way. I'm at full shields because I got one shot on him and immediately started moving. So I took the first shot. Where we watch actually. I get a shot there. I don't get shot, which means I already have an advantage, which means he should be hiding. He repeaks to shoot, which, depending on the player, can be good. Repeaking when you're at a disadvantage is good if you can catch people who aren't able to shoot you back, specifically if they're throwing a grenade or trying to move out of the way. But people repositioning normally don't have a grenade out, so they'll shoot you if you repeat. But if he's trying to catch me throwing a grenade, it's fine, but we're really going to fight for that. So I know I can take advantage because I have a full shot up on him and I have full shields. So that's sort of why I want to make this play as it is. And also why when I come up here and he's not looking at me, I know I'm already a shot up, but as you'll see, I'm not 2 shots up. I have to throw this fight to die. It's possible if they have people on pink for that to happen, but they're 1 dead. If the fights are happening P1, based on the flow of the game, they're not P3. We're pretty far into it. They haven't been picking pink control. It's not a very high level game. So I could pretty safely do this. If they had pink control, I wouldn't have made this play, but they didn't. So you come here, got 2 shots, 3 shots. He doesn't get to turn to shoot. So again, if you remember from the video, if you get in a fight a car, you have an advantage. They're going to hide slide, and you can jump over here to get even more of an advantage. So I thought it was cool to show that since we went over it in theory, and then the exact thing happened in game. This one's a bit different. This is the same idea of movement, but this relates sort of more to you don't have to commit to kills. Take your shots, do as much damage if you can. If you can get the kill, cool. If you can't, don't. So I'm going to play through it. It's pretty short, and then hopefully you guys can pick up on what I'm going to be talking about. But this is just a really quick 5-shot fight. He's not So it looks pretty normal. The thing I wanted to go over is my position in the last few shots. So we get up. I get a 1-shot lead here, which depending on ping, I probably have an advantage, but if it's a bad server, then we might be even. But there's no reason for me to stay in this fight past 5 shots. Like, I have no business pushing into a base if I miss a shot. So I take my shots, take my 5th shot, and I'm already over here. So because I made the play here that I did to jump this way, like a lot of people here would run into the base and challenge this because they're up a shot, right? Like if you walk up, you see a guy just standing there and you shoot him and he hasn't shot back yet, a lot of people just hold forward and run into the base. It's like, yeah, theoretically you're ahead, but if you run forward, you can get shot from car 3, car 2, and cross base. So you have a chance for their friends to help. There's no reason to take a fight if you mechanically miss it. So the only disadvantage I have here where I'm jumping this way is it takes slightly longer to go back into base. But we're playing Slayer. I don't care about their base. Like, I'm not trying to pull a flag. The only advantage I have to moving into base is to go help like a car 3 fight or a cross base or something, but I'm going to be 1 shot through the fight anyway, so I just hide in this corner. So why not hide in a safer spot after I do it? So the really important part to pay attention here to is here. I'm 3 shots in. He's shooting back. Neither of us are missing. I jump this way. Like, this specific commitment to jumping out of the fight is really important because I know I need 2 more shots to end this fight. I know I have time to get them. I have this shot. I have this shot. As I'm jumping, and it takes long enough to clear this that I can get 1 more shot here, which is that. Right? 3, 4, 5, I'm out. Right? So it's possible. It's this specific strafe that let me do it. If you notice his strafing pattern, he goes here, 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 and commits this way. If he had committed closer to here, I would have had to push him. But if you watch his strafes, he's pretty committed to going this direction, which means that I can jump this way and still have all my 5 shots on him. Let me see if I can slow this down, actually. 5 should be good. So we get here. Like, watch specifically his movement, and you can see how I move to make sure I can always shoot him, but also get out of the way. So he moves my left, fakes right, goes left again. Like, he's going to go left. No one fakes, and, like, people don't double fake. Either they jiggle in spot or they, like, commit to one direction. No one goes this way, then all the way back this way. It doesn't make sense. If you're really into metagame strafing, you might be able to work with something like that. But I thought this was a really cool example of you start a fight where you have an advantage, but it's not in a place where you can really like abuse terrain to make sure that you win the fight. So you take your fight, regardless of how it goes, you take it safely. So this is one where I don't get the kill. He's alive. I don't kill him. But he's 1 shot, and I got out safely regardless. So I've done my damage. I live. I cover him going under, which doesn't happen. He kills my friend, but it's Social Slayer. We're not going to talk about that one. So like I did everything I could to do that fight properly. This one is pretty much the same thing, but I know a lot of the population plays big team and social, and I also enjoy quite a bit of big team. So the same sort of thing comes up a lot. This is just a social big team game on Longshore where I'm peeking because my shields are coming back, and you'll notice there's 2 people in court. Pause button's in the way, but there's a guy here and there's a guy here. I think you can see a name here. There's 2 people here. So I can't stand here and fight this guy because he has a friend, right? I just have to get my shots and get out. There's a couple options here. I could have gone this way to do it, but I decided to take this fight and see how it goes because I can always dip over here if I have to. It's not great because they can throw grenades, but I get the kill and get out. So it's the same idea where I get my 3 shots and I'm getting shot as someone else spawned here. There's 3 people. I have to leave. I can take my shots on him as I'm leaving, but I have to leave now. Like, if I commit to this fight here, I'm dead. I'm 100% dead. I can maybe kill him, but with 3 people shooting me, I'm dead in 2 shots. So here, kind of test the waters, see what you want to do. You can just go here. Like, you can just leave this way. It's really easy to leave. But he's in the open. He's throwing a grenade. I can start a fight with him, so I do it. Here I'm getting shot. Someone here, there's 3 people. I have to leave. I decide backing is the best because I can use this ledge to make his shots as hard as possible. Since I'm full shields, these 2 guys have to hit perfect shots to kill me, which against good people would happen, but against good people, I wouldn't be standing on this ledge. I would have used that left wall more. So I back up, if it plays. Or back here. I'm still shooting him, but I've used this wall to block off the 3rd person. So this is the only guy shooting me. And you can see how much I'm eating from bullets right now. It's a lot of damage. But I got my chance to shoot this guy, and on this 5th shot, I'm already turning my crosshair to duck and leave. See how fast that was to get off of his head and leaving? Like, watch this 5th shot. I'm not committed. If most people when they shoot, including myself, you don't move your crosshair until they're dead. You need to make sure they die, right? Like, I've died tons of times by assuming my headshot was going to kill somebody and then just looking away or throwing a grenade or reloading, and then they're not dead and I die. So most people don't immediately peel their crosshair off, but in this case, I have to. If you guys are familiar with strong sighting, I have to strong sight out of here, which is where you turn around and look down to make the back of your head the smallest hitbox possible. So I'm already committed to doing that. Here, I've already decided I'm taking my 2 shots and I'm out. So I'm backing up using the ledge, and that 5th shot is going off and I am out regardless. I got the kill, which is different than this fight, right? Like here, I don't get the kill, but it's the same thing. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Either way, they're 1 shot and you're alive, which is a big deal. So those 3 are the really micro one-on-one fights. This is more of how do you approach people pushing a position when you're in a better position. It's sort of using grenades, but it's mostly using map geometry. And if you have radar, use your radar. This one, I guess it's 1 bomb. I don't remember for defending or attacking. I'm assuming defending since we have top base. But you can see there's 1 guy on back ramp. So I predate it. Like they have to come this way. They can jump over here, but they'd have to come here and jump this way. So I probably should have banked this higher so it lands down there. But either way, they have to push into my frag. And since he pushes into my frag, he's dead. 1 shot. There's another guy with him who's going to come this way again. So instead of going to meet him where he's going to be looking, you just jump over him. Right? He's looking at a wall right now. No one pre-aims up here. Probably should, honestly. He might even been trying to jump over, like, which is sometimes better play depending on how many people are top base. You could use this wall, but also don't push into 5 people by yourself. Either way, because I came into this fight first and I took advantage over him with height where he wouldn't be pre-aiming, I start the fight for free. And just win. I mean, I have half shields because he missed 1 shot, but I was not losing that fight. This one's a bit of a longer clip too because it's sort of the flow for, was it 37 seconds of where to go and what to do. So you win those 2 fights, get my shields back, and then immediately start pushing out because I want control of garage and pier. We can sit top base all day and just not lose, but A, that's boring as shit. And B, having control of this stuff is really nice. I don't know if you played Longshore, but my last clip was from right here. If we can control this, they have no options to do anything. So I actually jump out on pier, check some spots, don't see anything. Start a fight here. Again, I don't run up here to fight him. I stay with this wall. I actually might be lying to you. No, I'll use the wall. Then he left. I guess he came down here. All right. I don't remember that. But get my fight. He dies. Again, jump with the wall to block people. You can see right here. This is the guy I'm fighting. This guy. I don't want him turning on me. So because I don't want him turning on me, I jump this way. I could jump into garage if I want to make sure he dies, but I care more about not dying and putting shots on him than I do him dying. He'll probably die either way, but it's like 90% to 100%. It's 90% he dies, 100% I don't, or it's 100% he dies, and like 80% I die if I push into 2 more people. So he lives, and there's another guy up there actually. But I'm half shields. These guys don't notice me, thankfully, which, I mean, social big team, it happens. So I can start a fight with him, but it's also important to notice that he has a friend, right? So a lot of people would run at this person. The better thing to do is use this crate. So I get a couple shots on him on advantage, but that doesn't mean I hold forward at him. There's a guy here. He has a friend here. I use this crate to block those 2, right? This guy could shoot me, but I'm going to move behind this ledge. I'm out of the fight. So you have to use this geometry. Like, it's a crate on the map. It doesn't look important, but because I can use this dip to make sure his 2 friends can't help me kill him, I kill him for free and I get my shields back. If any of them had turned on me here, I'm going to have shields. I get weaker and it takes even longer for my shields to get back. So if they had more awareness, I would have died. But also, if they notice now, like this guy should notice me, I should expect to be shot. So I could have been a more aggressive play and pushed and killed him. I probably could have like assassinated him and shot him and gone over here to shoot that guy. Like I have more aggressive plays to make, but my chance of dying goes through the roof. So instead of doing that, I kill him. I make sure I don't get shot at all. And my shields get back. So that now I can actually just hold forward with these people. Like because I made those small adjustments, I have full shields to push 2 people on our court who are weak. And again, I could just run to this angle, but that doesn't really do anything for me. I can get shot from up here and I can shot from garage for the longest time. So I would go to this wall because this wall makes it hard for people from sword to shoot down at me, and people have to run out of garage to shoot me. Right. So here there's a lip right here and the door is over here. I'm at the safest spot for people from behind me where I can still shoot our court. And then I hold forward because sometimes I just hold forward. Don't do that. But I thought that was a good example of just general Jap movement. Like none of it's super exciting. Like none of this is out BRing people. None of it's turning a fight around. But I think it's important to see general map flow and how really small adjustments make sure that I'm always at an advantage and I'm not dying. I get to put pressure on because I can come up here and I can do stuff like this. Or I'm applying pressure to the middle of the map, which is important to control, but I can do it safely and I can help my team. Just let it play out real quick. There are better plays to make here, but we'd killed 3 of them and it's social big team. Sometimes don't do this, but you know. So that's Longshore. This is a longer one on big team, which was sort of an outlier, but there's a lot of stuff that happens really fast. It's essentially Sandbox. I don't know if you guys have played whatever version of Sandbox this is, but it's from the start of the map. Get over shield because it's important. And then a lot of this is using these weird geometries to not die. So here I push out. I'm using this thing specifically to block these sight lines. So good OS. I don't see anybody over there. I looked. And I want to shoot this, but I have this thing blocking this corner on this side of it. Clean up a kill, turn around, clean up a kill. Again, push forward, because if I was back here, there's a gap between this and the middle where I can get shot. I can use this to block most of the map. And you can see actually right here, I walk into it. So I finish the fight, and my initial reaction is get closer to this to widen the angle that it blocks me from. You see how I walk into it right there? It's not a big deal, but if anyone was looking to help turn on me from that fight, this immediately is me moving towards cover after that fight. But no one's shooting me, so I can move over here for free because this is where everything's happening. This one is less important, but I'm using this thing. I'm moving towards this. I'm not moving directly at this person. I'm not moving this way for where they're going. I'm moving towards this because it gives me the most cover to shoot them and get to that side of the map safely. Just shooting people, generic. This, I probably could have played better. What do we do here? I want to use this for cover, but it leaves me open to over here. Throw a grenade. I think I just want to challenge him because I still have OS. But I just, yeah. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. I didn't realize I ran out of bullets. It's that simple. I wanted to challenge him because I still had overshield, so I could take this fight, and I was close enough to this to leave. Again, the map just started. It's what, 0-1? Is it 1-1? 3-1. So 3 people are dead. And I just killed 2 people, so there's probably 1 out of respawn and 2 alive. And it's probably 30-40% chance that you spawn in a place that can shoot me now. So it's like 60% chance that someone may have spawned and have to look at me right now to start helping in this fight. So I have a pretty free chance to start this fight if I have bullets, but I don't have any bullets. So I went to take it, realized I couldn't and didn't, and immediately left. Like I reload behind cover. I don't stare at him waiting for my gun to be finished reloading. I hide behind cover to do it. He got weak, which was nice. Then immediately run under here. Where I was is okay. This spot is good if you have map control. So if everyone here is dead and you're shooting people over here on their base, it's good. But we saw 2 people here. I have to make sure this is clear. So I just go to the safest place to do that. I saw on radar there's someone here. And then pushing out this way isn't great. I couldn't stand in there because I was getting grenaded. So I throw a grav lift, which is debatable. Grav lift puts you in the air, so good teams will just shoot you across map and you'll die. But based on the way this game's been going, it hasn't been great. And it also gives me a huge advantage over the guy who's right here. I don't know how much you've noticed off the longshore stuff, but if you have a height advantage on somebody, they don't pre-aim grav lift jumping over the thing at them. So I have help, and I just need to get in a place where he's not going to prioritize me, and I can help my friend shoot him. Which I do. I got too high, and he's in here. So I think it's a frag blowing up. But that was the thought behind that play. He's already dead or gone, so I start shooting somebody else. A, to get damage down before I die, and B, I need to descope everybody. Descoping is one of the biggest skills to learn in Halo. Prioritize who can shoot you and who needs to be scoped in to shoot you, and shoot them so they get descoped. So that's just making sure that this guy has the hardest time shooting me as possible, and if I die, I put damage on somebody. I live. The guy at Carbine thankfully missed. Here I'm just staying alive. My friends are dying. I have no reason to fight. I threw this grenade late to the guy jumping on me, but I don't know my radar positioning too well on this map. So this frag was supposed to be preemptive for this guy jumping over me, but I missed. But I get my shots, and you see I'm backing down. There's somebody else there. I need to block this vision as much as possible. So I could have strafed this guy. I could have jumped out that way to make him more likely to miss, but doing that helps have somebody else help shoot me. So this is making sure it's a one-on-one. He's pushing to a bad position. There's a good chance I could help in this fight. If you look where he's jumping, our whole base is back here. He's jumping into sight line of probably 6 people. I'm in like a 2-man party or something, so it's unlikely that I'm getting help, but it gives my team the most help, or the most chance to help me, and it prevents their team from helping him. I'm down in this fight. I don't expect to win on 1-on-1 BR fight. My job is to stay alive as long as possible and put as much damage on him as possible. The longer I live, the more time it gives my team to help, and the more shots I put on him, the faster he dies. I don't think he actually dies here. No, he lives. This jump is sort of questionable. It's just force of habit in 1-on-1 BR fights. I would recommend just walking down here, but it is what it is. And then here I'm getting shot at. I have to get back into cover as soon as possible. Again, just jumping out of habit. But this elite, I can't really care about. I probably should have shot and turned him once or twice, but I wanted this kid dead, and I just have to hope my team helps me this elite, which thankfully does. So again, jumping over into 6 people is a bad idea. This is a lot of what having P control on Heretic looks like, where you just can't get pushed if your team has pink because they can shoot everything. This elite tried to push me. It just gets fucking melted. Dead. He has shields. When he's here, he's landing, you can see his shields flashing. This guy isn't one-shot jumping at me. He's jumping at me with health. And he gets destroyed. Dead. You melt. So you can't be making these plays into other people's bases when they have full map control. Thankfully he missed, so my shields start coming back and I can push this kid. Or actually, he challenges me. What happens here? Oh, I use radar. I can see he's poking out. Yeah, so if you see someone challenging you, he knows I'm coming. I don't have any nades, so I can't nade in there. Jumping at him is bad. We've established going up here is a poor decision. I'm one shot. So his only real play is to jump out at me. So instead of going to contest him in the open, I use cover. Move this way so that this can need some shots if it has to. He's dead. I should be dead here. I should 100% be dead here. But I want to make sure this guy wouldn't run around the corner and kill me. And immediately into cover. And then I make a bad play because I have 6 kills and haven't died and got a little little feisty. Don't do this. Actually, those shots are fine. I stayed in here. This is the play that's bad. So this is fine. I take this fight. I'm as far against this wall pretty much as possible. I have some strafe option to strafe left into it, but I'm pretty much right against it. But again, you can see how much of this is blocking of the map. It's these 2 people that can see me. That's it. So I can start that fight because he's not looking at me and my shields are coming back. I get 2 shots before he even turns around and I'm almost full shields. And I'm moving backwards towards this hole. See, I'm already back towards this hole and he's dead. There's 2 nades coming in. People saw me pretty quick, but I can already duck in. And then I held forward because I wanted map control and walked into people and died. That's pretty much it. I thought it was fun to go over sort of the really, really fine details on movement on this and how it all matters. And I actually don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'm just going to one shot and upload it. I don't know if you noticed, I'm streaming. Come follow me if you want. Say hi or not, whatever. But if you found it useful, cool. Thanks, everyone.